As of October 2024, natural gas prices faced mixed signals. Fundamental factors like high storage levels, near record highs, and reduced seasonal demand due to mild weather in the US are exerting downward pressure. However, technical trends indicate potential support due to approaching winter months, geopolitical concerns, and recent storms impacting the supply chains. Products like BOIL and KOLD, which offer leverage exposure to natural gas price movements, remain highly volatile, while UNG tracks the broader trend of natural gas futures. On a broader scale, the storage report and weather conditions will remain key drivers, and prices could move sharply depending on energy policy, particularly as geopolitical and economic concerns evolve. G'day folks, welcome back to another update for natural gas. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel more. So here we're looking at the trends for natural gas. So on the monthly, we've still broken into a slightly bullish momentum, even though you can see there the bit of a pullback on the current month, but that price range is still in that moving average range of the price chart there. On the weekly, it's been bullish for a number of weeks now, but notice it's pulling back again due to that bearish month we've had. And again, it's approaching that moving average of the CCI 150 and also the price moving averages. So it's starting to weaken. On the daily, if we zoom out on the daily, just a bit more detail, you can see that it's already broken to the downside of the CCI, giving us a bearish signal. Likewise, the price is broken below that moving average range, so only short trades to be taken on the intraday. Now, it did actually bounce off that minor resistance at 30.96. It didn't quite reach that major resistance at 31.94, which it hit back there. At the moment, it's pulling back. There's no sign of a support yet. The only support we've got at the moment is this minor support down there at 2060. So I'll keep an eye on that. If it starts pulling back to the upside, we'll let you know. But if we go to the micro charts, again, using the daily as a reference, we only take short trades on the 1 hour chart. Now here, let me just zoom out on the 1 hour chart. In our last update, we did draw this bullish divergence versus that Fibonacci range, so higher lows on the CCI versus lower lows on the price. And that actually just kissed that little target range we had with that wick a few hours later. And that range was the 23-38% target level. Now it actually hit that. But if we look further down here on the CCI 150 versus the price, we've still got another bullish divergence. So if I draw, you can actually continue it from this point back here, but let's just draw a new one from that point to that low there versus that low to that low on the price. So that's still a bullish divergence. So if we were to draw, let me just get rid of this Fibonacci to clear it up a bit. So if we were to draw another Fibonacci from that point, and we take it back to the recent high before this divergence started, so we take it back to that recent high there, then our next target level will be the 23% to that 38% range. So if we expect it, is assuming the price bounces from there, and it may not, because you can see there the CCI is pulling back down to the downside, also on the price, and that actually may fall further. But that's assuming it bounces from there. That'll be our initial target range. If it keeps dropping, then we'll delete this or we'll rearrange this Fibonacci range to a lower level and rearrange that target. For BOIL, as always, the monthly is still bearish, but there's no CCI for that monthly chart, but still very bearish on the monthly price chart. On the weekly, we did have and still have a bullish divergence here. Again, no sign of a bounce yet. And you can see there that price is still falling. So we see it more detail on the daily chart. We actually had a key support here at 814, and it's actually broken through that. That was a key area of support based on that price bounce there. Here we don't have any sign yet of a retrace. You can see there the price is still falling off consistently on the CCI, so we may expect it to fall further, and that's why I'm not expecting it to bounce anytime soon yet. So we expect it further downside on that one. Now again, going to the micro chart, only taking short trades based on the daily. If you're trading on the hourly or the intraday, you can see there are more detail. It's broken below that 814 key support. Now there is a slight movement on the hourly, flattening out, so we might see a slight bounce from there. But again, the daily is still very strongly downward pressure. Likewise, the CCI, even though the CCI is breaking slightly, it's not a bullish divergence yet. Although, yeah, that CCI is lower than that, and sometimes these can be a bit tricky actually, but I expect the CCI low to be higher, to be bullish, and at the moment that's slightly, and if I zoom out on that CCI, just give you a bit more clarity, you can see that's still lower than that point there, so not really technically a bullish divergence. although this could be a start of a retrace to the upside. But I'd like to see that break higher on the CCI, but also on the price chart to be more confident of this breaking into an upside, and specifically to be broken into that daily moving average range to be more bullish. For KOLD, that's been bullish on the monthly. Again, the CCI is not showing any signs there. On the weekly, it's a fresh breakout to the upside on a bullish momentum. And again, there's no sign of a bearish divergence on the weekly. On the daily, you can see there it bounced off that minor support at 61.65 and is currently approaching this minor resistance at 81.14. Hasn't quite reached it yet. No sign yet of a pullback. So we expect it to reach that minor support, minor resistance at least possibly in the coming hours or days. On the micro chart, taking long trades only based on the daily, you can see that would have been a nice trade to have taken back there before our last video. There was a bullish divergence. It bounced beautifully from there, hit our initial target range, and it's actually gone well past the 100% retracement level. And again, there's no real sign of a pullback yet, even though the CCI is touching its moving average range. The price is still pretty high there, and again, there's no sign of a pullback. So again, we may see it go even higher at the moment, but based on where it is. Lastly, for UNG, on the monthly, it's neutral on the CCI, although bearish on the price chart. So just a bit of a, if that breaks higher on the CCI and that starts making movement to the upside, then we'll see might see start of a bullish movement on the monthly. But at the moment, neutral to negative to bearish. On the weekly, there was and still is a bullish divergence on the CCI versus lower lows on the price. You can see that weekly red candle is still dropping. On the daily, it is actually still falling. Again, there's no sign of a pullback. We may see it come and approach this key support at 12.57. So just be careful of that. We don't take any long trades, obviously, at the moment. Now going to the micro chart, we only take short trades based on the daily if you're trading on the intraday. And again, you can see there's a slight move to the potential upside, but again, technically not really a bullish divergence. Those lows are lower than those previous lows on the CCI, and the price is still falling. If I zoom out on that one. So again, we might see it fall closer to this key support at 12.57, but I'd like to see this, if that happens, I'd like to see the price continue to the downside. Even though the CCI might start bouncing and the price keeps dropping, that'll be a bullish divergence. If it starts doing, if the price, let me just draw it, if the price starts doing this and the CCI, I'm sorry, let me put it another way. If the CCI starts doing that and the price keeps doing that, that'll be a bullish divergence. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We might see the price fall closer to that key support at 12.57, as I said. To support us more, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share the videos. But for some more insights into some blue chip share scans, I do a weekly report, and in that report we also look at insider information for shares that are trending in a bullish manner. So go to the Patreon page and links in the description below.